Welcome to Level 3 Readiness. What are we getting into this week? I want to share with you three budget options to get you in the woods for an overnighter, a sleepover with nature. Come on, you want to do that? Stick around. I'm going to tell you more. Level 3 out. Okay, so this is option one with 6x8 tarp and 50 foot of 550 paracord. A little more complicated than the two that are going to follow. Oh yeah, look at that. I have this $5 tarp. It is a 6x8 tarp. I know what you're thinking, what can you do with a 6x8 tarp? I'm going to show you. Also have 50 foot of paracord. But hey, $5. $5. All right, that's $10. But I'd feel a whole lot better having a tarp and paracord at my disposal. Because here's something that we often do not think about. What happens if when we need to grab our go bag and go, what if it's raining? What if we don't have a car to get us there? What if we have to travel on foot? You know, that's when I want to think about shelter. And let me go ahead and say, if you want to go ahead and get acquainted with sheltering, get out there in the woods and camp. That's going to be one of the best ways you can get yourself familiar with getting off the beaten path and surviving, or just sleeping through the night. All right, so what I've got for you this week again are 3 configurations of a 6x8 tarp and 50 foot of paracord. So I hope you enjoy. Check it out. Maybe you can use one of these. Maybe it'll inspire you to grab a 10x10 tarp, pack that down, and have a little bit bigger space. But regardless of that, with a 6x8 tarp, $5. 50 foot of 550 paracord, $5, $10 total. I'm going to be spending the night in the woods. All right, Level 3 out. And now for some rain type prevention here. You see rain could come right in right here. So I'm going to turn this over and see if I can alleviate that. Let's do this knot here on the underside as well. Go right there. Looks like I got more space for my gear than I do for my sleeping quarters. But that's the way the grommet holes Holes all align. So I'm gonna grab a sleeping bag, see if I can get it rolled out in there. I'm gonna climb up in there, just see what it's like. All right. Gear hatch, keep it out of the rain. Nice to have something to keep it off the ground too. Think about that later. Get my camp pillow. Wise Owl camp pillow, the best camping accessory ever, in my humble opinion. All right, so what are my thoughts? One, it's hot in here. So definitely wouldn't want to crawl in here until after dark. You know, as tight as it is with a 6x8 tarp, I may drop this wall right here, give myself a little extra breathing room. Now my only concern is, I suppose if it was raining, I could get everything back up in there, put my head that way, my feet this way, come this way. Let me try that, just see what this is gonna be like. Pretty sure I could do this. Take me a nap right here. If it was raining, curl up like this, and like that. And I think I could meander through the night like this. Bugs. You know, the creepy crawlies. That's always the thing, creepy crawlies. I'm over here with the grass and the bugs and the ants and Lord only knows what else, but hey, it's survival. That's what it's all about, right? It's about survival. Testing your skills. What can you do? What can you make happen? Do you thrive or do you just survive? Do you thrive or do you just survive? So this was a configuration I played with. I put a piece of paper on my desk, measured out 6 inches by 8 inches, did some origami fold and came up with something sort of like this, except, you know, it did have the wall up and I had that, you know, and you measure it out and you see that you have about a foot, right? And you're thinking a foot and a half might be good. But man, with the tarp materials being too close to it, it's nasty. It would be sweaty. It'd probably be a miserable night. So now I'm looking at having more of an open space. Here behind me, as you can see, it gets a little more open inside of there. If I had to, I think I can make that happen. All right, here's a second option. Again, with that same 4x8 tarp, 50 foot of paracord. I'll tell you, 50 foot of paracord doesn't go as far when you're binding things like the pole here, holding that up, going across there. Good thing I'm figuring this out before I get out in the woods. But anyways, I'm gonna go and tack these down and just see what that looks like. So. And keep in mind, if you wanted to get this closer to the ground, it could give you better coverage. Of the setup here. So went and found some poles out in the woods, some dead pines, cut them down. See how they are staked here. You got tension here, and tension there, and it makes a pretty solid post. We are pulling our tent line, our line out that way. Again, solid with the tension here, here, and here. So there you go. Now this one here is easy to access. Get down here, you know, do our thing, sleep the night away. Could we do it in the wide open, feeling unprotected? I don't know. A whole lot easier to get in and out of though. And this right here is about as basic as we could get to have some sort of shelter over us. And you know, hopefully that would keep the rain off if the rain came down. But that right there is all of my 50 foot of paracord. All right, got one more to try. Here's the third option for that 4x8 tarp, 50 foot of paracord. Okay, and there's a typical like lean-to. And just like the last one, you can lower that line. You can bring the tarp closer to the ground and give yourself a lot better coverage. Let me also say about the 4x8 tarp, you know, I'm a 5'8" guy. You know, if you're 6 foot plus, you might want to bring a larger tarp or go with that second option and bring that tarp a lot lower to the ground. You know, that's just something to be said there. Theoretically, you're good to go. So, hey, that's three configurations with a 6x8 tarp and 50 foot of paracord that you can go out into the woods, source your materials with nothing more than your belt knife and your folding saw, and a lot you can get done. So, I'm gonna ponder which one of the configurations I would feel best in out in the woods, and then I'll get out there and I'll put it to it. Hey, that be said, this is Level 3 Readiness, reminding you, finish what you start, finish strong, and be ready for anything. because it's coming. So for $10, you could spend a night in the woods, and you know, you could do it in style.